Hey, everybody, it's Tim in for Joy today. We're doing Live and Found, and it's just me. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that we've been hearing a lot about lately, and is my AI visibility, excuse me, broken? And we're hearing that a lot. We're reading about it a lot. And what's actually changed? Well, let's get it first off the plate. AI did not break. Businesses did not suddenly get worse. But what has happened is the system that evaluates information has matured. So, what does that mean? Well, we know that AI is still, maybe in its toddler stage. I don't know. But it's learning every day and it's expanding every day. And what's happened is previously with AI, you were able to I'm going to say get away, but that's really not a proper term. But AI was more willing to fill in the blanks, to make assumptions, and that's kind of where I feel that we started getting some hallucinations. But as I've noticed, and as many of us have noticed with the AI world, hallucinations are going down, and that means AI is getting smarter and more compact and better at answering questions. And so that's kind of what we're seeing now is happening in AI search. It's learning and it's wanting you as the person who is presenting to AI and wanting AI to find AI is needing you to be more exact. And that's what's happening. So when people say AI changed, what they usually what are they usually misunderstanding about that change? Well, this isn't about new tools. It isn't about new features. We know that ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, even Claude, they continually are updating. They're continually adding things to make it a better experience for everybody. So it's not about those new tools or features, and it's not about fundamentally the changes that are being made. It's about and it's I'm sorry, it's about how AI decides what it can trust and reuse. So it isn't about making better prompts, or it's not about making more content. It's about how AI trusts you and how you can set up for reuse. That is how AI has changed. It's those connections that happen between your content on your webpage, on your Facebook page, on your FAQs. How are they connected and how strong are those connections? And how do you build those connections between all your content to show that you are the expert? So, why does this feel so sudden? It didn't, well, number one, it didn't happen overnight. The biggest change happened earlier in the decision process. And what do I mean by that? Well, when somebody wants an answer and they're using a chat GPT, a Gemini, they're trying to find that answer, how AI responds to that person and who they trust has changed. And it's happening a lot earlier in the decision process. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that those links are strong. So things don't fade gradually like we think they do. They haven't. They have not changed gradually. Right now, it's kind of black and white. It's you either get selected or you don't. There's just those two. It's an on-off switch, which those of us who know about computers, that's what computers are built on and off switches. So does this mean when we say AI now decides earlier, not later? So what does that mean? Visibility today is the result of every evaluation, and it's not about later amplification. So what we're talking about is those early evaluations, how AI looks at you, how AI looks at what your content is, how AI reads through your FAQs, how AI reads through your website is so important and so crucial in that early steps where AI is trying to find that answer. And so the clearer you are, the earlier you present it, the easier it is for AI to evaluate, and it doesn't need to keep looking. So if something doesn't pass that early confidence test, it really never ends into and never enters into and ends up being in that circulation that AI is wanting to use. So there's no partial visibility anymore. And this is so important. There's no partial visibility anymore. AI wants it's like an all or nothing. AI is virtually pushing all its chips into the center pot. And what you have to do is you want to make sure that when AI does that, that you have the right items and the right content and the right answers set up for AI to crawl, use, and reflect back. So, why did AI systems become more selective or appear to become more selective? Well, I think the biggest answer to that is the cost of being wrong has changed. And that is such a huge thing. And that's a huge statement to say. The cost of being wrong has changed. So, what's happening now is AI is going to discount you more now if you're wrong or if you have, and wrong is such a tough word, and I really don't like to use it. Maybe the better word is inconsistent. You might be right, let's say, in your FAQs. Your FAQs might be 100% accurate. But if the website content or your online content or your blogs don't back up and support what your FAQs are saying, and in some ways show differing or incorrect information, then that really hurts your FAQs and hurts your credibility. It's all about being accurate and making sure that your all your content, all your statements align perfectly and are accurate. So if you, for example, if you're a plumber and you say in your FAQs, all clogs are caused by hair, we know that's not necessarily true, and AI does too. But if you say, okay, so your FAQ says all clogs are caused by hair, but in your blog you say clogs are caused by hair, they're caused by grease, they can even caused by a piece of laundry being stuck in your pipes. You know, that's totally contradicting what AI is looking for, and that's what it's concerned about. That's what it wants to say. Hey, you're telling me one thing here, but you're telling me other things here, and that inconsistency, excuse me, is going to get you moved on. AI is going to skip you and say you're inconsistent. I want a consistent, I want a strong answer, I want it consistent, and I want it right. And AI will move on from that. AI answers are reused, they're referenced, and they're trusted. When AI has to guess or you're guessing, it becomes a liability, and AI does not want to take that on. So, where do businesses get in trouble when they sense this shift? You know, some businesses are sensing it right now. So, where are they getting in trouble? Well, the first instinct is you want to do more. If I just post more, if I just add another blog, if I just add another FAQ, if I do more and more and more, I'm going to be consistent with AI. More content doesn't fix early evaluation problems. And let's say that again. More content doesn't fix those early evaluation problems. So reacting without having a better plan, without understanding, is going to create even more inconsistencies. So you want to avoid that. You want to make sure that you get that consistent message out and that you fix those items that are inconsistent. So, what doesn't this change for a business that's doing good work? Number one, good work still matters. Still post, still blog, still FAQ. Just be consistent. And again, we want to say more doesn't mean better, but better means consistent and accurate. You're not going to lose value. Your expertise never loses value when you are consistent and when you are strong with your facts. You're not going to lose your expertise. This is about evaluation criteria. It is not about business quality. What you want to do is show AI that you have that quality, that you show that quality through your works, your recommendation, your blogs, your FAQs, your website. Show AI. Prove to AI that you are the expert and AI will pick you. Is waiting for things to settle a good strategy now? Well, number one, of course, this is not the moment to panic. And really, it's not the moment to fall back and see what happens. You need to start working towards it. We don't want to disengage and we don't want to panic. Understanding is going to create options for you. And waiting without understanding is going to remove them. So now is the time to do your research. Watch our Live and Found, follow us on X, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Really learn what's going on with AI visibility behind the scenes. That's the important thing right now, is seeing what's going on behind the scenes and fixing and reacting to that. Don't panic. Don't fall back. Keep moving forward and keep fixing is the key right now. But it's not about quick fixes. So if it's not about quick fixes, what kind of conversations should businesses be having instead? Well, right now, we need to understand how visibility decisions are made now. So before changing anything, you need to clarify and get clarity on how evaluation works. Again, we can answer those questions for you. This isn't about alignment. It's not about creating hacks. In the old days, you want to create those hacks, those viral moments. It's not about that now. What it's about now is with AI, it's about making sure that you get into the conversation and are heard in that conversation. So what you want to understand is that the visibility decisions that AI uses are done early on. And we've talked about that. And we need to make sure that your best face, your best content, what you want to hang your AI visibility hat on is easily available to AI, is accurate, and can be easily found. That is the quote unquote hack. And it's not really a hack. It's just common practice and common sense. You make those changes, you're going to be found. So if someone only takes one thing away from today, what should it be? Well, number one, visibility didn't break. The process has just matured. Like a child is learning, AI is learning from us as well. Every time we put something out on the internet, every time we post, every blog, every FAQ, every broadcast, AI is learning more and more about us and about your business. So visibility didn't break, it's just maturing. Understanding how AI is evaluating becomes before doing anything else. So we'll talk more about that in the upcoming weeks. Bottom line is clarity comes before activity. So forcing things, pushing things out there is not the answer. We're going to talk more about this, like I said, in the upcoming weeks, because it's very important that we understand that we're in the part now where AI visibility has been established. The groundwork has been set. The first foundation has been set. What we're doing now and what we're going to look at now is how do we take that foundation, we build on it, and make it better. As always, follow us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on X. Watch next week for our episode 29, where we're going to delve a little more into how to fix things, and look for future announcements about things coming up about your AI wizards. This has been Tim. We miss Joy, but we'll see her next week. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.